Lonmin shares plunge and dozens of political parties have until next Wednesday to notify the IEC whether they will contest future elections or face deregistration. I'm Richard Brooks. Shares in mining company Lonmin have plunged after the latest violence in the Platinum Belt in the northwest. An NUM member was shot and killed this afternoon and a colleague wounded. Police spokesperson Sabata Mohuabone says the shooting happened at a mine hostel outside NUM offices. Mohuabone says police are still at the scene.
We can confirm that there was a shooting incident today at the Vonderkop hostel. According to the information we have is that this event took place at National Union of Mine Workers office, whereby two men were allegedly shot at, but one of them was taken to the hospital for medical treatment, while the other one died on the scene.
Almost 50% of the nearly R5 billion budget allocated to the Gauteng Roads and Transport Department will be used for bus subsidies and road maintenance. Gauteng's Transport MEC Ishmael Vardy says R4.7 billion will be used for key projects including the upgrading of public transport infrastructure, developing a rail freight corridor and the development of the OR Tambo area. Vardy explains.
We will be spending in the course of this year and next year much more energy in terms of looking at the quality of services that are being rendered at those DLTCs and the vehicle testing centers. We have now signed new service level agreements with all the municipalities because they carry out the function on our behalf. We will be looking at the enforcement of those agreements very carefully. We will be monitoring them quite closely, but we think that the quality of the services need to be upgraded there.
Dozens of political parties have until next Wednesday to notify the IEC whether they will be contesting future elections or face deregistration. The IEC has served notices to 74 parties about possible deregistration. At least 30 of these parties have previously contested elections at national level. The IEC's Mosoto Mapuye explains.
You have a situation sometimes when parties register but never get to contest elections, and therefore by law they are required to renew their registration every year or to indicate to the Electoral Commission that they are still intending to contest an election. Where they are not intending to contest elections and they are not represented in any of the legislatures or the National Assembly, the law requires that we get in touch with them and establish if they are indeed intending to participate as political parties, and if they are not, we deregister them.
Several suburbs in Cape Town are experiencing power failures after fierce weekend storms. Kenilworth resident Ridwan Mohammed says the electricity went out last night.
Our lights went out last night at about 9 o'clock, and we didn't have electricity all night. And the thing is that no one actually knew about this. It was the whole area. And then in the morning at 4:30, my neighbor called into the city of Cape Town, and they told him that the main power station exploded last night, and it's affected 4 substations.